If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams precious some joyful news at hand. My bosom's Lord sits lightly in his throne, and all this day an unaccustomed spirit lifts me above the ground with cheerful thoughts. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead. Strange dream that gives a dead man leave to think, and breathe such life with kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. Ah me, how sweet is love itself possessed, when my love shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona? And now Balthazar! Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
And nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capulet's monument, and her immortal part with the angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you. Oh, pardon me for bringing these ill news, since you did leave it from my office, sir.
Is it e'en so? Did I defy you, stars? Thou knowest my lodging. Gives me ink and paper and hire post horses I will hit.
Let me beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild and do import some misadventure.
Says thou art deceived. Leave me and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
Then get thee gone. And hide those horses, I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means. Oh, mischief! Thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary in hereabouts that dwells, which late I noted in tattered weeds with overwhelming brows, culling of simples, meager were his looks, sharp misery had worn him to the bones, and in his needy shop a torch is hung, an alligator stuffed in other skins of ill-shaped fishes, and about his shelves a beggarly account of empty boxes, green earthen pots, bladders and musty seeds, remnants of pack-thread and old cakes of roses were thinly scattered to make up a show. Noting this penury to myself, I said, and if a man do need a poison now, whose sale is present death in Mantua, he lives a kite of wretch would sell it him. Oh, this same thought did before run my need, and the same needy man must sell it me. As I remember, this should be the house. Being holiday, the beggar's shop is shut. What of? Apothecary! What of? Apothecary! Who calls so loud? Come in, man! I see that thou art poor. Hold! There is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear, as will disperse itself through all the veins that the life-weary taker may fall dead. Then that the trunk may be discharged of breath, as violently as hasty powder fire doth away from the fatal cannon's wound. Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them. Art thou so bare, and full of wretchedness, and fierce to die? Famine is in thy cheeks, need and oppression starveth in thy eyes. Contempt and beggary hangs upon thy back. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich. Then be not poor, but break it, and take this! My poverty, not my will, consent. I pay thy poverty, and not thy will. Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight. There is thy gold! Worse poison of men's souls, doing more murder in this loathsome world than these poor compounds that thou mayst not sell. I sell thee poison, thou hast sold me none. Farewell. Buy food and dip thyself in flesh. Come, cordial, and eat poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there must I use thee. Howdy, Franciscan Friar! Brother! Oh! This same should be the voice of Friar John! Welcome from Mantua! What says Romeo? Or, if his mind be writ, give me his letter. Going to find a barefoot brother out, one of our order, to associate me here in this city, visiting the sick and finding him, the searchers of the town, suspecting that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that my speed to Mantua there was stayed. Who
Who bare my letter then to Romeo? I could not send it. Here it is again, nor get a messenger to bring it thee. So fearful were they of infection. Unhappy fortune! By my brotherhood, the letter was not nice, but full of charge, of dear import, and the neglecting it may do much danger. Friar John, go hence, get me an iron crow and bring it straight unto my cell. Brother, I'll go and bring it thee. Now must I to the monument alone. Within this 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I will write again to Mantua, and keep her at my cell till Romeo come. Poor living corpse, close in a dead man's tomb! Give me thy torch, boy, hence and stand aloof. Yet put it out, for I would not be seen. Under yon yew tree lay thee all along, holding thy ear close to the hollow ground. So shall no foot upon the churchyard tread, being loose, unfirm with digging up of graves. But thou shalt hear it. Whistle then to me as signal that thou hearest something approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee. Go. I am almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard, yet I will adventure. Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh, no! Thy canopy is dust and stones, which with sweet water nightly I will do. Or wanting that, with tears distilled by moans, the obsequies that I for thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. The boy gives warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight to cross my obsequies and true love's right? What? With a torch? Muffle me, night a while! Give me that mattock and the wrenching iron. Hold! Take this letter. Early in the morning see thou deliver to my lord and father. Give me the light. Upon thy life I charge thee, whate'er thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore hence we guide! But if thou jealous, thus return to pride what thy father shall intend to do. By heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intent are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable far than empty tigers, or the roaring sea. I will be gone, sir, and not trouble you. So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that. Live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. For all this same, I'll hide me hereabout. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt. Thou detestable Moor! Thou womb of death! Gorge with the dearest morsel of the earth! Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite thou crab me with more food! That banished haughty Montague, that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died, and here is come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. I will apprehend him. Stop thy unhallowed broil, vile Montague! Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die. I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. Think upon these guard, let them affright thee. I beseech thee, youth, put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury.
Oh my God! My heaven! I love thee better than myself, for I come hither armed against myself. Stay not, be gone, live, and hereafter say a madman's mercy bade thee run away. I do defy thy conjuration, and apprehend thee for a felon here. Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy.
Oh Lord, they fight! I will go call the watch! I am slain. If thou be merciful, open the tomb and lay me, Julie.
In faith I will. Let me peruse this face.
Mercutio's kinsman, noble county Paris. What said my man when my Batarsan soul did not attend him as we rode? I think he told me Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so? Or did I dream it so? Or am I mad, hearing him talk of Juliet, to think it was so? Oh, give me thy hand, one writ with me in sour misfortune's book. I'll bury thee in a triumphant. Grave. Oh no, a land-born slaughtered youth. For here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence full of light. Death, lie thou there, by a dead man interred. How often men at the point of death have they been merry, which their keepers call a lightning before death. Oh, how may I call this a lightning? Oh, my love, my wife. Death that had sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Till liest thou there in thy bloody sheet? Oh, what more favor can I do to thee than with that hand that got thy youth entwined asunder his that was thine enemy? Forgive me, cousin. Oh, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is avarice, and that the lean abhorred monster keeps the here in dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay with thee, and never from this pallet of dim night depart again. Here will I remain, with worms that are thy chambermaids. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace, and lips, are you the doors of breath? Seal a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide, now desperate pilot, now at once run on the dashing rocks, I seasick weary bark. Here's to my love. True apothecary, thy drugs are quick, those with a kiss I die. St. Francis be my speed! How oft tonight have my old feet stumbled at graves? Who's there?
Here's one! A friend! And one that knows you well!
Bliss be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what torches yon that vainly lends his light to grubs and eyeless skulls? As I discern, it burneth in the capel's monument. It doth so, holy sir, and there's my master, one that you love. Who is it? Romeo. How long have you been there? Full half an hour. Go with me to the vault. I dare not, sir. My masters know not, but I am gone hence. It fearfully did menace me with death if I did stay to look on his intent. Say, and I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me. Oh, much I fear some ill unthrifty thing. As I did sleep under this yew tree here, I dreamt my master and another fought, and that my master slew him. Romeo! Alack, alack! What blood is this which stains the stony entrance of this sepulchre? What mean these masterless and gory swords to lie discolored by this place of peace? Romeo! Oh, pale! Who else? What? Paris too? And steeped in blood? Oh, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance! The lady stirs. Oh, comfortable friar. Where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be. And there I am. Where is my Romeo? I hear some noise. Lady, come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come away. Thy husband in thy bosom there lies dead. In Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay. You get the ends, for I will run away. What's here? A cup, close to my true love's hand. Poison. I see hath been his timeless end. Oh, child! Drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them to make me die with a restorative. Thy lips are warm.
Lead boy! Which way?
Yea, noise? Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. Oh, there is to let me die. This is the place, there, where the torch doth burn. The ground is bloody. Search about the churchyard. Go, some of you, whoe'er you find attached. Pitiful sight! Here lies the county slain, and Juliet bleeding, warm and newly dead. Who here hath lain this 2 days buried? Go, tell the prince, run to the Capulets, raise up the Montague, some others search! We see the ground whereon these woes do lie, but the true ground of all these piteous woes we cannot, without circumstance, descry. Here's Romeo's man! We found him in the churchyard! Hold him in safety till the prince come hither! Here is a friar that trembles, sighs, and weeps. We took this mattock and this spade from him, and he was coming from the churchyard side. A great suspicion! Stay the friar too! What misadventure is so early up that calls a person from our morning rest? What should it be that is so shrieked abroad?
Oh, the people in the street cry Romeo, some Juliet, and some Paris, and all run with open outcry toward our monument.
What fear is this which startles in your ears? Sovereign, here lies the county Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, warm and new kill. Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes. Here is a friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man, with instruments upon them fit to open these dead men's tombs.
Oh, heavens! Alive! Look how our daughter bleeds! This dagger has been stained full of his house! Is empty on the back of Montague! And it's been sheathed in my daughter's bosom!
The sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre!
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir more early down. Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her breath. What further woe conspires against mine age? Look, and thou shalt see. Oh, thou untaught! What manners is in this, to press before thy father to a grave? Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear these ambiguities and know their spring, their head, their true descent, and then will I be general of your woes and lead you even to death. Meantime, forbear, and let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion. I am the greatest, able to do least, yet most suspected as the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder, and here I stand, both to impeach and purge, myself condemned and myself excused. Then say at once what thou dost know in this. I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as is a tedious tale. Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet, and she, there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from this city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have married her perforce to county Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise some mean to rid her from this second marriage, or in my cell there would she kill herself. Then gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death. Meantime I writ to Romeo that he should hither come as this dire night to help to take her from her borrowed grave, being the time the potion's force should cease. But he which bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. Then all alone, at the prefixed hour of her waking, came I to take her from her kindred's vault, meaning to keep her closely at my cell till I conveniently could send to Romeo. But when I came, some minutes ere the time of her awakening, here untimely lay the noble Paris and true Romeo dead. She wakes, and I entreated her come forth and bear this work of heaven with patience. But then a noise did scare me from the tomb, and she, too desperate, would not go with me, but, as it seems, did violence on herself. All this I know, and to the marriage her nurse is privy, and if aught in this miscarried by my fault, let my old life be sacrificed some hour before this time unto the rigor of the severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What can he say in this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua to this same place, to this same monument. This letter he early bid me give his father, and threatened me with death going in the vault if I departed not and left him there.
Give me the letter. I will look on it. Where is the county's page that raised the watch? Sirrah, what made your master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave, and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. Anon comes one with light to ope the tomb, and by my master drew on him, and then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague. See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love, and I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished!
Oh, Brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand. But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rare be set as that of true and faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo's by his ladies lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity. A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.